Another ship, the Jean Bart. Holy cow, I don't believe it. This is the ship I have been looking for years, and I can't believe I got the Jean Bart. Well, all right, yeah. I was pretty happy to get the Jean Bart in a crate. I never really expected to get that ship ever again. And the only reason I even had a review video about the ship, which was going back and checking it out, it was December of 2022. So it has been 2 years since I have played the ship. And in the past, when I have played against the ship, I had noticed how it would really devastate my team. And I could never really figure out why. So when the loadout came out, Wargaming allowed the community contributors to check out the Jean Bart again if you didn't have the Jean Bart. So I checked it out, made a quick review of it, and I quickly found out why the ship was so spectacular. And basically it's got 15-inch guns, which is a little bit surprising, but it seems to have quite a bit of firepower. It has much longer range, more power output, and I believe it even reloads the main guns a lot quicker compared to the loadout. The loadout is Jean Bart Light, and it has spectacular secondaries, which the normal Jean Bart does not have. But in any event, I did go back and review that video myself to see how I set the ship up 2 years ago, and this match is basically with the same setup, and the commander is Jean. Inspirations are total accuracy inspirations to improve the shell grouping with Cunningham and Iachino. So other than that, the upgrades for the ship are basically your normal accuracy upgrades for the ship. So you basically lose a little bit of speed and rudder shift time, but you do gain accuracy and range. And you can see that our range is right around 20 kilometers or so here with the Jean Bart. So yeah, we went right out in the standard match. As I said, we are in crash zone. There's a couple destroyers per side, and these guys are, this is awesome. Broadside battleships against the Jean Bart, and that is not really all that great. So the Jean Bart, from what I can remember, has spectacular armor in the front, and you definitely want to bow tank the ship. And as you can see here from the graphic, there are 3 gigantic guns that almost look like main gun turrets in the back right here, but those are huge secondary guns. Jean Bart has only 2 quad turrets in the front, so all the guns, the main guns on the Jean Bart, are in the front. 15-inch guns going up to Bismarck, which also has 15-inch guns, and I still have not really figured out why the Jean Bart packs such a wallop. It might have more powder or something. Technically, I don't know. That this game isn't really an absolute accurate game. It is a computer game that takes an inspiration from real life, and for example, main gun range is like 30 kilometers, not 20 kilometers, or even longer than 30 kilometers. It might be 40 kilometers or so. So the game here does take a lot of liberties with real life to balance quote-unquote gameplay. So another example of that is in real life, you don't have balanced teams when you quote-unquote start battles or start the game. The Japanese, in a lot of cases, the opposing teams that the Americans went up against had overwhelming larger numbers on their side than the Americans had, and still prevailed. So this game likes to balance everything, and maybe in real life there would have been 2 aircraft carriers on the red team instead of 1 aircraft carrier. But here you can see that we're doing pretty well against the red team destroyers, and we did knock down one of their battleships, but they did get 2 of our battleships. And this Kaga is, well, I'm not really sure what the Kaga is doing, because he is charging a Jean Bart because, and another battleship here in front of me. I guess he wants to get taken out. It's like, oh my God, the Jaguar is in the match. I need to get out of here as quick as possible. And just like that, within less than 6 minutes, we are up to 106,000 damage without really paying attention to the battle, just having fun gabbing about the Jean Bart in general there, and the balance of the game, I guess. So this is looking pretty good, even though we're down 3 battleships. So this is getting kind of tight right here, because from the hardware point of view, it looks like the red team has a far greater advantage because they have all those battleships. We just have a couple destroyers. So I'm assuming that the destroyers on my team, even though I have no clue who they are, I'm assuming that they know that certain battleships don't have any sonar or radar, and these destroyers can just drive right up to those battleships and blow them out of the water with their torpedoes, is what I'm hoping is going to happen here. But maybe we could just take these guys out and not really worry about what those destroyers are doing. And there you go. I'm guessing the Bismarck didn't see the Jean Bart, right? Or didn't understand what the Jean Bart was all about, because nobody that I know of that knows halfway about the game, if they realized there was a Jean Bart in front of them or to the side of them, would go broadside against the Jean Bart. Seems like a bad strategery, but there you go. That's a good video moment, and we are up to 116,000 damage. And yeah, happy holidays, folks, and hope you're having a great holiday and Christmas. Got the Jean Bart on that legendary Windrose crate pull. So throughout the last 4 years of playing the game, I've acquired 35 legendary ships, and played each one of them really quick in AI to get those crates and do that pull video that you probably saw. I'll leave a link to that video down below. And next thing you know, I'm getting a whole bunch of ships. I got 3 ships out of that video. The big one was... or out of that crate pull, and the big one was a Jean Bart here. And so far in this update here in December 2024, I think I've gotten at least 8 Tier 7 ships from the Spectral Vault crates. And yeah, I did spend a couple dollars on the Spectral Party bundle in the store. And I'd have to say that if you look at a value of $70 per Tier 7 ship, I definitely made my money back. So if you want to spend money on the game, from what I've seen, you'll minimum break even. So yeah, so that's all I guess I'll say about that, other than the Jean Bart is an awesome ship. And look at this, we're up to 126,000 damage, a destroyed ship, 2 assisted, and we are going up against the Flandre here, and that is another French battleship that was released a couple years ago, as well as the Le Foudard, I think. And yeah, I was kind of messed up because both ships had similar names. That was kind of weird, and they were both released right around the same time. But I'm not interested in marching out here and becoming a target for each of these battleships, so I'm holding back a little bit. And this guy is well within our range, as is the other ship. So here, yeah, all three battleships are taking a shot at the Jean Bart here. I'm sure they're not shooting at the Jaguar; they're just going after the Jean Bart. At least that's what I'm thinking. And yeah, I think my team does a pretty good job at taking care of some of these guys, as I recall. But here's another guy going broadside against the Jean Bart. This is not, I'm telling you guys, this is not the best play that I have seen in my 4 years of playing the game. So yeah, well, good for our team. And maybe the Iwami will do the same thing here. That would be great. Yeah, if you're in an opposing battleship and you're in a match against a Jean Bart and you see my name tag, definitely go broadside. I'd definitely appreciate it. You probably get on YouTube, get on a video here. 139,000. Our black has been destroyed. The Republic is destroyed. So now hit the speed boost, and we are just going to go. If we have to, we're going to ram this guy just to end the game. Well, all right, there you go. The Jean Bart has definitely been like my Moby Dick in this game, where I just had to go get the ship, and now that I've gotten the Jean Bart, I can say that I will probably not be spending. All right, well, there you go. A big-time victory on the Jean Bart in the very first match after acquiring the ship from the Windrose crates, and 146,000 damage on that very first match. 92 main gun hits. So, yeah, the Jean Bart does reload pretty darn quick. We got 4 assisted, destroyed ship, and 26 aircraft shot down. So the aircraft carrier player was apparently going after us, and I didn't even notice because the Jean Bart was knocking down so many of those aircraft, and I don't recall really getting hit by any aircraft. But 9,600 XP, 2,500 global, and 18,000. I had the boosters maxed out there on that match. So let's see how we did on the team result. And whoa, almost 2,800 base XP, 2,769. And this is why I was looking forward, hoping to get the Jean Bart so much. And there you go. That is it for the return of the Jean Bart. And hey, you've got until the first week of January to complete those Windrose bonuses for the legendary ships and get that Spectral Vault 1.0 crate, and possibly get a great crate drop yourself. If nothing else, you got to see a little bit about that ship, a little bit more. I'll leave a link to the review video down below. This is the Jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like it.